Well, it's Thursday in Texas, and guess what? Yesterday we were in the upper 70s, and today we are in the 40s. Feels like 36 degrees. Only in Texas. Only in Texas. Gotta head to the post office, drop off some packages, and go check for mail. Doesn't that sound fun? Well, you know, there is one neat thing about this Sony FDR X3000, and that is that I can hold it handheld in the car with its stabilization system and still be relatively smooth on the video. I do have a adjustable windshield mount that's coming in for it so that I can mount it in the car as opposed to having the hand hold it, but that'll be in a day or two. We'll see how that works. This is my sad face. Nothing but junk mail. Part one of my excursion is done. Post office. Always super friendly here at my post office. I don't like these people. But nothing in the P.O. box except junk mail. That's okay. Today's Thursday, so tomorrow I'll have another slip in there saying that I've got some large packages. I wonder why. You gotta stay tuned to find out what those packages may be, because I'll be doing a review on those items. Should have those done by next week or the week after for sure, just to let those vendors know that I'm expecting the packages tomorrow, and I'll get right on them. It's 30 miles an hour, and that person's speeding, because this is a 30 mile per hour zone. See? 30 miles per hour. I don't understand why people can't drive 30 miles per hour. That's the pumpkin farm, and normally they have a very nice corn maze that I will admit this last year, October, was crazy. It was very well thought out because we got stuck in there for quite a while before we finally managed to get on out. But I wanted to get some drone footage, and like any responsible drone owner, I went over there to ask permission if I could shoot over their field, and I was abruptly told that, no, don't do it, I'll call the police, and no, you're not allowed. I could have flown over it anyway, but I didn't. One thing that was on my agenda was to take the Challenger out and go get it washed, because it needs it in the worst way. The last time I washed it, honestly, was after a trip to Kansas, and that was in August. So since August, this is now January. Oh, this is February. My bad. It's February. So since August, it has not been washed. It really needs it because it's got bugs on it that are probably now embedded into the paint of the car. I've always been a Dodge guy or a Ford guy before this. I'm a Dodge guy when it comes to the Challenger. I was a Ford guy when I had a F-150, and I also had a Mustang Cobra that was a total blast to drive. It was a 97, and I'll show you a picture of it, but it was a 97 Cobra, and I put a Vortex supercharger on it. I mean, that was a really fun car. Did a whole fuel system on it, had a motor built for it, different transmission put in it, built rear end. But that was a fun car to go out and go drag race with. I mean, legally drag race. Unless I was what we call here in Texas, driving to Mexico and racing in Mexico. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't know what I'm talking about. If you're from Texas, or primarily from DFW, then you do know what I'm talking about when I say drive to Mexico to go race. Otherwise, I'd hit up the local racetracks. There's a couple quarter-mile tracks and a bunch of eighth-mile tracks that are within probably an hour in all directions. Oh, there goes the Challenger. Yeah, she's speeding. She's speeding. By the way, you know, there's two things about shooting in 4K that have become extremely obvious to me. Number one, 4K is phenomenal. The footage quality is great. Detail is phenomenal. But on the flip side of that, I have found a weakness with my computer at home. It will edit 4K, no problem, short clips. You do a long clip, man, that is such a bottleneck for that computer. So I'm definitely going to have to be upgrading my computer to something that's got at least 32 gigs of memory. I've got a good memory card in it right now. I've got a GeForce that's got 4 gigabytes of memory, but I think it's the main computer's memory that's the issue. Plus, I'm running an i5 instead of an i7, so I need to upgrade to that. So, you know, if there's any computer manufacturers out there that are looking for me to check out your computer, I'm needing one. i7, something that's probably game ready, good gaming computer, because that'll be good for software for video editing. But just throwing that out there, you know, just in case. Oh, and on a side note, I had a viewer that had messaged me on YouTube telling me that I need to stop being such a pansy and start flying that Mavic instead of being afraid of it. And it's not that I'm afraid of it, it's just that I want to get used to it. It is expensive. Not that my Phantom 3 Standard wasn't expensive, but it's two different ballparks, $399 versus $1,300. So that's why I'm a little, just a little cautious. I just want to learn, because it's got a lot more features and a lot more adjustability in its flying characteristics than what the Phantom 3 has. And I still love my Phantom 3. I'm still going to keep that bad boy and fly it around, but I'm really looking forward to getting used to the Mavic to where I can fly it with a certain degree of confidence that I've got a good handle on it. Although I will say, you know, DJI products are great because they damn near fly themselves.